Hi, if you've been thinking about using augmented reality to augment a physical location, but the current methods to create augmented reality is either too complicated, too rigid, or even too expensive, then you're in luck. Because today I'm going to be showing you a brand new publishing platform called Hoverlay Spaces, which allows you, without any coding knowledge or AR knowledge, to publish your own content in physical spaces. So without further ado, let's get started. When the public engages in a physical location, they're seeking meaning, they're looking for memorable and authentic experiences. Let me share with you 4 ways you can utilize augmented reality to achieve those goals. First, you can use augmented reality to tell stories about the future, the present, and the past. You can bring photographs, you can bring renderings of how things are going to look once a project is done. You can bring time-lapse that shows how things evolve and got to the point where you are today. You can bring historical photographs that were taken at a location where the public is standing to help them connect history with the current reality. Second, you can create a new art form. In augmented reality, you are not constrained by the physical limits of a physical art piece. So it gives you a creative opportunity to expand and create new art forms that are not possible in the physical world. Third, you can use augmented reality to inform and educate in context. So while somebody is looking at a specific location, a specific monument, for instance, you can bring additional content, create this illusion of presence to help them tie different dimensions that will help them evolve their perspective of what they're looking at. It could be the historical significance of a monument. It could be its relationship to what's happening today in the political realm or social impact of that particular monument or location that people are looking at. And fourth, you can use augmented reality to drive action, to raise fund, or to ask the public to take a specific step while they are emotionally engaged with your location and your content. Now that we've talked about the why, let's go to the how. Now we're going to see how to publish content in your own personal channel on Hoverlay. To that end, just go to spaces.hoverlay.com and create your own channel in order to be able to post your content. Here I'm on one of our channels here, and I'm going to start creating content, and to that end, the first thing you want to do is to select a location where you'd like to publish that content. And here we are. I'm going to pick this particular building and I'm going to click next, and then I'm going to pick a piece of content that I like to display. Here I'm going to use a 3D model of a sphere. This is one of the demos that you can get with Hoverlay. And one of the things in augmented reality is that every time you load a piece of content, an image, a video, a 3D model, you have to decide what size you want to give it. And so Hoverlay will be rendering that particular piece at that particular size. So here we're going to say that this piece is 26 inches in height. And we're going to enable users to interact with it by enabling them to move it, to rotate it, or to rescale it. And then finally, we're going to decide within that particular zone where that experience is placed, what is the fine-grained placement for that piece of content. So is it placed in relation to the user, or is it placed to relation to an external mark? It could be a mural, an image of some sort, a poster, a flyer, or things of that sort that has a visual image as a reference. So we're going to go with around the viewer, and now we're going to click next, And finally, we're going to decide the duration of that placement. So here, I'm going to leave it up for a year, but you could have it up for half a day, for an evening, for a couple of hours, depending of the use of that particular content. So here we are. Here is our avatar that we can use for sizing. You can decide to scale, rotate, or translate, move basically this object. I'm going to place it, to my left right here, slightly above eye level. Here we go. I like that placement. Okay. I'm going to save this, and now my content is public. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tablet and I'm going to scan this particular test code that is right here. So this is one of the ways I can see the content without being at the physical location, but to pre-test the experience remotely. All right, so here it is. I'm just going to move up. Here's the piece. And you can try it as well. So I'll post the code right here so you can see it and scan it yourself. What is so groundbreaking about this workflow is that this is not a coding programming workflow, it is a publishing workflow. To illustrate that, I'm just going to go and make a change to this space and republish. And you're going to see how just by modifying a couple of elements and pressing save, you can now deploy another experience at this location that you've selected. So to that end, I'm going to now go into add a new item, and we're going to add simply text that says look to your left. And we're going to leave the default size and save that and add this to our experience, to the same experience. Voila, here is our little item here. We're just going to move it up a little bit and save it. And now all we need to do, again, is to go in and scan the code. So we're just going to re-scan this particular code right here. Now you see my message, look to your left, floating above me, or in front of me, sorry. Here's our sphere. Now that you know the basic of Hoverlay Spaces, I hope you feel motivated and inspired by the possibility and that you'll be experimenting with your free channel. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. We'll be happy to help you bring your vision to life. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.